Good afternoon, and thank you for joining the Healthcare Distribution Alliance webinar on maximizing your HDA membership. My name is Perry Fry, EVP of Industry Relations, Membership and Education for HDA, and the COO of the HDA Research Foundation. I'm joined today by Lisa Camper, our Vice President of Membership and Development. Our goal today is to provide you with a brief introduction on HDA and how you and your company can best leverage your membership benefits. An HDA membership unlocks access to networking opportunities, provides information on legislation and regulation related to pharmaceutical distribution, and offers education and resources on healthcare supply chain issues. HDA is the trade organization representing primary pharmaceutical wholesalers. We currently have 37 distributor members in HDA, representing public companies, traditional regional distributors, and companies that specialize in certain product or customer categories. And while those companies are our primary members and the ones that we advocate for on the Hill and in the States, we also have 127 manufacturer members and 59 service providers. The Pharmaceutical Cargo Security Coalition division of HDA has its own membership, with 149 additional corporate members, as well as 35 individual members. In 2020, HDA and our board of directors embarked on a strategic planning process to refine the organization's mission and develop key imperatives to deliver on the HDA 2.0 mission and vision. 4 imperatives came out of that strategic planning process. The first was sustainability and growth, to help us ensure that HDA has the resources to meet and exceed member needs and expectations. The second was around advocacy and our ability to deliver on legislative, regulatory, and policy issues. We also highlighted the value of distribution, an effort to educate policymakers and influencers on the essential role distributors play in healthcare delivery. And finally, engagement, our ability to increase industry leadership involvement in advancing HDA priorities. The strategic plan also led to the development of a new organizational mission statement to advocate for public policy that supports patient access to medicines and medical products through safe, efficient, and effective distribution, to lead the healthcare supply chain on policy issues, business practices, and industry guidelines to inform and support member development of innovative solutions, and to convene and partner with public and private stakeholders to facilitate discussions on industry issues, provide education, and support the sharing of leading practices. So let's talk about how we work with our members. Internally, HDA is organized around these departments: government affairs, communications, industry relations, membership and education, meetings and conferences, our research foundation, and PCSC. Let's talk about what this means for you as far as you might engage with HDA. Our various departments work around the collective goals of advocacy for our distributor members, networking opportunities for all HDA members, education and resources to help your business operate safely and efficiently, and recognition for innovation and industry excellence. Let's take a look at our policy work for healthcare distributors. HDA helps to articulate the role of healthcare distributors and is the voice of the industry on federal, state, and regulatory issues. Some of the current priority issues include pharmaceutical traceability and the implementation of DSCSA, healthcare affordability, emergency preparedness, supply chain resiliency, tax issues, prescription drug abuse, and our relationship with the DEA. In 2021, HDA launched Health Delivered, our award-winning national campaign and platform bringing to life our industry's value story. Through HDA's multimedia storytelling and our participation in thought leadership events with notable Beltway partners like Axios, The Hill, the Milken Institute, and Politico, policymakers and opinion influencers are learning about the savings and efficiencies HDA member distributors provide to the healthcare ecosystem. This year, we kept our members informed on COVID-19 response efforts, including a historic vaccination campaign, while strengthening the industry's advocacy voice at the federal and state levels. Our team ensured distributors' business and policy interests were well represented with policymakers on issues ranging from healthcare access and affordability, reinforcing the country's healthcare infrastructure, and reporting requirements for pharmacy services administrative organizations, among other issues. We also reinforced our role as a trusted convener of supply chain expertise, particularly as the industry enters a critical inflection point on implementation of the Drug Supply Chain Security Act. With the final DSCSA milestone upon us, HDA is bringing our members' supply chain know-how to the forefront by keeping FDA, manufacturers, and dispensers informed on key compliance issues. Lisa, I'll turn it over to you now to cover networking.
Thanks, Perry. Like many associations, HDA is probably most widely known for our networking opportunities. While we are truly looking forward to getting back to in-person networking events in 2022, the health and safety of our attendees is important to HDA. We want to assure you that we will take all appropriate steps to carry out events and meetings as safely as possible. HDA has a variety of standing or special councils, committees, and work groups that operate at the direction of our board of directors to help the Alliance and its members achieve the goals of the organization. Topics these groups cover include legislative, regulatory, technology, logistics, strategic communications, and diversity, equity, and inclusion. HDA's professional development program brings together supply chain executives to create the next generation of distribution leaders, discuss unique experiences, and share tips and tools for developing your career as an industry professional. The professional development program features live and virtual events with opportunities throughout the year, including webinars highlighting such topics as diversity, equity, and inclusion in the workplace, communication styles, mentoring, and leadership. They're provided free of charge to HDA members. In-person career development sessions are held conveniently during HDA member events, including the Distribution Management Conference and Business and Leadership Conference. The Emerging Leaders Program works to engage the industry's best and brightest and prepare them to become our leaders of tomorrow. The program provides access to exclusive event discounts and expanded networking of peers that represent the many different segments, regions, and companies that make up our industry, and unique opportunities to connect with current industry leaders. As part of its mission to foster industry knowledge, the HDA Research Foundation established a scholarship available to graduate level students currently working with HDA member distributor and manufacturer companies. The HDA Mentoring Program, which has established professional relationships for more than 200 HDA member participants at all stages of their careers. Mentors may guide mentees through specific projects or share general advice on navigating through a career in the pharmaceutical supply chain. And the Women's Executive Forum, a network of female professionals brought together to discuss issues of common interest in the workplace, who meet in person, typically at the Business and Leadership Conference, and by conference calls throughout the year. Some of our regular networking events include the CEO Roundtable, which is the HDA Research Foundation's annual fundraiser, and it helps to support the foundation's mission to increase supply chain efficiency and effectiveness, as well as to enhance patient safety. Attendees include chief executive officers and their senior management teams. All proceeds from the event support the foundation. We plan to hold this event in May in Washington, D.C. HDA's Business and Leadership Conference, also called BLC, is the healthcare distribution industry's signature annual conference, developed by and for the healthcare supply chain leaders and innovators. Exclusive to HDA member companies, this conference brings together high-level executives, thought leaders, and influential managers from across the healthcare supply chain to hold strategic business discussions on pressing industry issues. This forum offers unmatched opportunities to network with your peers and trading partners at all levels of the healthcare distribution industry. The BLC features 2.5 days of productive business appointments. It saves your company time and money by meeting one-on-one with business partners in one place at one time. The BLC is typically held each June. And finally, senior executives of HDA's active distributor member companies come together at the annual board and membership meeting to set the alliance's strategy for the coming year and discuss developments in health policy and the pharmaceutical supply chain with national experts and thought leaders. This event is held each fall and is by invitation only. Attendance is limited to active distributor members and event sponsors. In addition to the educational opportunities included in our already mentioned networking events, HDA has a variety of other education opportunities, both large and small. Many of you may know about our Distribution Management Conference. This is our largest educational event of the year. It has grown to over 600 manufacturer, distributor, and service provider attendees. It features general session speakers and over 30 breakout sessions on topics related to healthcare supply chain, and provides a forum to engage in operational and strategic discussions. It also features an exhibit floor focused on industry technology, logistics, and consulting services. HDA also offers targeted education that is presented in our 2 annual seminars. The Pharmaceutical Cargo Security Coalition, or PCSC, hosts an annual education seminar which brings stakeholders from various industries together to learn about security trends and practices, as well as to examine case studies related to supply chain distribution. This unique program is geared towards anyone with responsibility for cargo, facility, and supply chain security. And HDA's annual traceability seminar brings together supply chain leaders to learn about upcoming DSCSA implementation milestones, as well as innovative approaches and lessons learned as distributors, manufacturers, and dispensers implement serialization and traceability technologies to further preserve the safety and security of the healthcare supply chain. We have additional educational webinars throughout the year. This year, some of the webinars that we have offered include living at work, phishing prevention, diversity, equity, and inclusion, and a traceability webinar series. HDA is proud to honor companies and individuals for leadership in business practices, technology, innovations, support the distribution industry, and lifetime achievement through its awards program. The Nexus Award for Lifetime Achievement is the pharmaceutical distribution industry's highest award. It honors exceptional character, accomplishments, and leadership in HDA, the industry, and the community. Since 1956, the award has honored individuals whose career accomplishments, dedication, and service serve as a model for the healthcare distribution industry. Award recipients are selected and voted upon by the HDA Executive Committee and Board of Directors, the HDA Research Foundation Board of Directors, and former Nexus winners who remain active in the industry. The Diana Award has been awarded since 1959 and is the HDA Distribution Industry Award for Notable Achievements in Healthcare. It has been among the pharmaceutical distribution industry's most prestigious honors. These awards are presented at the Business and Leadership Conference. The Diana recognizes pharmaceutical and consumer product manufacturers for developing innovative new product introductions and promotions for healthcare distribution industry. Manufacturers also are recognized for fostering strong trading partner relationships and exceptional business practices that advance trade relations and benefit the entire healthcare supply chain. Winners are selected by the HDA members. And the DMA Award is the Distribution Management Award, which annually recognizes HDA member companies' efforts to improve efficiency, effectiveness, and safety of the supply chain through successful trading partner initiatives. The award offers innovative collaboration between trading partners, distributors, and manufacturers. Finally, the PCSC Awards program is presented at the PCSC seminar and provides an opportunity to recognize law enforcement, regulatory personnel, or other industry professionals for contributions to supply chain investigations, recoveries, persecutions, or supportive initiatives. HDA relies on contributions from our members and generous sponsors to support the work that we do throughout the year. Whether for a single opportunity like an event or an industry resource or the entire year, HDA has a variety of sponsorship opportunities to meet your objectives and your budget. HDA sponsorship puts your company front and center with trading partners and colleagues. HDA sponsorships generally fall into the categories of top-to-top, education, informal networking, technology, and promotional items. Some examples of top-to-top opportunities include our annual board and membership meeting, our board of directors dinners, and our CEO roundtable. Educational examples include keynote speaker sponsorship, DMC sessions or tracks, our Convene professional development program, and foundation research. Informal event networking offers you sponsorship opportunities associated with meals, receptions, and networking breaks at our events. Technology offerings include our mobile apps, internet cafe, charging stations, conference Wi-Fi, and our PartnerLink scheduling software system. And promotional sponsorship items often include lanyards, branded items like reusable cups or bags, and room drops to attendees. Now let's talk about some of the resources that we have available for anyone inside our member companies to take advantage of. HDA and the HDA Research Foundation produce a variety of resources to enhance the value of the supply chain and increase industry knowledge. Various HDA committees and task forces regularly revisit guidelines for recalls, EDI, the new product form, barcoding, and more to ensure information is up to date. We offer annual research as well, such as the HDA Fact Book, a comprehensive distribution performance report that highlights growth and trends in the pharmaceutical industry. Included is information on distributor demographics, operations, finances, customers, and information system utilization, as well as analysis of healthcare product sales and trends, US market characteristics, and an overview of international marketplace. The Specialty Pharmaceutical Facts, Figures, and Trends publication closely examines specialty distribution measures and trends. It's based on primary data from HDA specialty distribution members and research from healthcare organizations. This publication explores the characteristics of the specialty segment, including distributor performance metrics, distribution models, as well as payer perspectives and dynamics for specialty distributors. Understanding pharmaceutical distribution and understanding specialty pharmaceutical distribution presentations are available as well, developed in partnership with the American Association of Colleges of Pharmacy. These resources educate pharmacy students and practicing pharmacists about the pharmaceutical and specialty pharmaceutical supply chain. They are used by about 40 pharmacy schools, a variety of manufacturers, distributors, and service providers, and analysts for educational purposes. They are based on data from the HDA Fact Book and Specialty Pharmaceutical Facts, Figures, and Trends, and include an explanation of the supply chain players and a discussion on the economics of distribution. This year, the HDA Research Foundation began our EPCIS Implementation Benchmarking Survey with the goal of collecting information about the adoption of EPCIS across the pharmaceutical industry to meet DSCSA requirements. The foundation also produces an annual serialization readiness survey to understand the current readiness of manufacturers and distributors to meet DSCSA requirements. We provide original research as well, such as the role of distributor and role of specialty distributor resources. Through interviews, survey work, and secondary data, these publications provide an understanding of the role distributors play to ensure efficient and effective distribution of medications. The foundation takes on projects focusing on specific interests to the industry as well, such as COVID-19 response, personalized medicine, biosimilars, reverse distribution, importation, and sustainability. All of these publications are free to download from our website. As mentioned by Perry earlier, the PCSC is a division of HTA, founded in 2006 by Chuck Forsyth. The PCSC offers supply chain security intelligence through informational alerts, access to contacts from industry, government, and vendor trade disciplines, physical and supply chain security assessments, a reference library of supply chain security publications, articles, and related documents, as well as opportunities to attend educational events. Primarily, but not exclusively focused on the pharmaceutical supply chain industry, PCSC provides useful insights for anyone interested in supply chain security. In 2017, PCSC became a service offering of HDA, and its membership is provided free of charge to HDA members. The HDA Weekly Digest is an electronic publication featuring current news and activities in the healthcare supply chain, upcoming HDA events, research reports, and guidelines. The HDA membership directory includes contact information for thousands of healthcare product distributors, manufacturers, and service providers. HDA's contacts are many of the industry's decision makers, including CEOs, COOs, CFOs, directors, managers, and beyond. The directory features complete corporate information and is a members-only resource. On our website, you can look at interest codes as well to tailor your communication preferences. You select interest codes in your online profile. When a future project arises, the interest codes help HDA to select group participants and tailor it to your interests. This was just a brief introduction on all that HDA has to offer. If you're interested in a more in-depth conversation or a presentation to a broader group within your organization, please don't hesitate to reach out to myself or Perry Fry. Thank you for your time today, and I look forward to working together.